Showing trades every single day. Scammers hiding in their holes, wasting your energy away. They're trying to hustle, trying to make a quick buck, but they're just snakes in the grass and you're out of luck. They'll promise you the world, but it's all a facade. They'll take your hard-earned cash and leave you feeling robbed. They'll talk a big game with their words so smooth, but behind the scenes it's all a twisted groove. They prey on the innocent. They don't care who they hurt. They'll sell your dreams while they're laughing in the dirt. Take advantage of your trust and leave you with disbelief. But it's time to stand up and expose their deceit. Trading triumph, I'm the ruler of the trade. Without a box by my side, no mistake can be made. Wrecking scammers with my live streams every day. Taking on the market, I'm here to stay.
Welcome aboard, everyone. What exactly is ALGO, and why do our traders absolutely love it? Michael Oathroom.
Mic check. Test one. Alrighty then, it's Monday morning. That means Mentorship Monday. Welcome aboard to all the new folks. So we're going to be talking about how to kind of get started with things here with us this morning. And I will try to do a little more walkthrough on a Monday with you. Let's do Control R, remove all drawing objects. Over here on the left, we're going to simplify things. We want to take trades in the direction of this tool right here. You'll get access to this if you become a premium member. This is not available in the 2-week free trial, but it is very powerful. This is consolidated nerd in one location. NASDAQ, ES, RTY, and the Dow. All 4 correlated instruments giving you one signal. Now, I like to keep the whole thing on screen. I kind of want to know from you guys, are you a let me see all of it kind of person? Or I do see a number of people that kind of have just the most recent little sliver showing, where you kind of have your chart covering the rest of it. You might do something like this, where you only see the most recent. Let me know. I'm kind of curious. Do you guys prefer just seeing the most recent one? If it is, it'll free up a lot of my space here. And on occasion, of course, if you did want to see the whole thing, I can always click on it and kind of bring it back. So I have been pondering going ahead and doing that, freeing up a little bit more space here on the screens, make some arrangements and bring one of the other higher time frames onto the live stream along with us. But that is the MACV Ultimate over there on the left. You're doing a 2-week free trial with this. You'll get access to everything else except for that right there. That is a premium member only type of thing. Another couple of things that you get if you're a premium member, you'll get access to the community workspaces section, where our members will share out their workspace so that you can just download it and load it yourself. I'm going to go through a checklist here this morning. If you go into our Discord chat, which is currently free, so hop into our Discord there. I'm going to type in !checklist, and that will pop out a little graphic there with the same checklist I'm about to pull up here on screen. I'm going to go through these. Data connections, we're good there. One of the hardware items there on my list. I want to turn off real-time protection just like any video gamer would. Before you start playing a video game, you need to make sure that you've got virus scanning stuff turned off. So I want to make sure we get that off there. Our PC running at its top. If you go into our room there and you want to tweak your computer to get your Windows to where it is running at its most optimal, making sure that your power settings are full max and getting rid of any stutters, lag, etc., type !performance in the Discord, and that will give you 2 videos there with walkthroughs on different settings that you can enable and disable. You want to enable, disable your power saving settings. You don't want any of that environmental, hey, save me some electricity type of thing. You need full power to your PC. And some other stuff like in your memory, there is a memory protector that's running on your machine all the time that you also want to turn off. The randomizer, you kind of want that to be turned off, and a few other key settings. There's about 13 settings that you should be kind of disabling and fixing there in Windows. Got those there for you as well. Make sure you get through those as soon as possible if you're using our system. Hardware, software, let's check one more thing. We want to make sure that my hotkey software is running here this morning. It is. Hotkeys are good. Left-hand side of my keyboard, I have 6 keys using a Corsair K55 or a K57, the wireless version of the keyboard. I do recommend that you are using those if you are playing the video game the way that we approach it. Speaking of the video game, this is the plan here this morning. I'm going to be looking for 5 trades. Right there. So I've got a visualizer here, and I will flip the coins. Oops, let me pull that over just a little bit farther here so you can see that. So I flip the coin here. This is a good way to track how many trades I'm taking. If you have been trading for a while, you may have found yourself in the over trading scenario. We want to find 2 winners here this morning. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. 2 winners should be enough to put chicken dinner on the table, and then I'll look for a bonus. But this always reminds me, this is the video game this morning. Keep it simple. My job is to make your job simpler and something that is consistent so that you can repeat it every day. Sit down at your desk. You have a plan. SOP. What is an SOP? A standard operating procedure. Now, I got an email over the weekend. I think you guys are going to be interested in it. Hang around here today because I'm going to go through a conversation with someone that had said, hey, basically it sounds like, hey, I need some help. I'm a little lost. They're in another trade room, another group. And I would say, I think sometimes when people are kind of pulled between 2 things, there's a biblical principle that says no one can serve 2 masters, for either he will love the one and hate the other, or something the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and mammon. Now, I'm not saying that they're serving God and mammon here with us, but I mean, there's a biblical principle in there going that I think it's hard when your brain is being pulled in 2 different directions. I would recommend, obviously I'm biased, but if you're going to be using our system and we have the software and you're working with someone who's literally been trading the markets for 20 years, I'm not saying that your current leadership sucks, but your current leadership probably sucks. I'm just going to pull what it is. Maybe just come over here and just go all in and participate with us might help you out. But let me kind of clear the slate on how you should probably be approaching things, in my opinion, to get you up to speed the fastest. I want you to take the least amount of time to get where you need to be. I'm not here to make you need me. I want to relieve you of me. I want you to never have to come to another live stream again of ours, because you're so good at using the system that you can just sit down at your desk, know how to use the system itself, and execute on pressing the buttons, and you just being a confident trader sitting down at your desk. That's my job. I want you to be a successful trader. And I think that these tools, I would not be trading without these tools personally. And I think I'll show it to you here today why you might want to have those. But I'm going to address that email because they're saying, hey, is there a way to shortcut this? And They're talking about, well, some things that I'm like, I don't know that you know that there's an 8-day boot camp. Like some people don't know there's an 8-day boot camp. So it seems like there might be a lot going on with our system. Well, there is. The tools have all of the complexity in them so that your job is simpler as a trader. However, they said, well, some of the videos are like an hour and a half long. And I'm like, well, if you're on a live stream, yeah, I'm going to be trading for approximately, 60 minutes to 90 minutes, but there's a shortcut to that. There's 8 videos. They're on a website. Just click on training at the top of the website and just go through those videos. We're going to cover the entire set of documentation. Now, some people look at our documentation and go, man, this is, eye crossing. There is so much here. What do I do with this ALGO documentation? Like, how do I go through this? There's an ALGO Academy. I want to point out here, if you're new with us, you want to get to a point where you can pass this test. There's a test in the ALGO Academy. Now, I know, don't freak out. Like, we're all, PTSD from school. Like, I don't want to go back to school. I don't want to test. Oh, nobody likes tests and quizzes. But this is just asking you questions that go, you should know the answer to these. Like, what is this? What is, like, we'll go all the way to the top. Let's go to question number 1 here in the ALGO Academy. And it's got 40 questions. If you can answer those 40 questions, they're just to ask you if you know what you need to know. And don't stress out if you don't know the answer to the question. Just go find the answer to the question. And there's a link to where you can find that as well. And right there next to the test, there's also the exam answers. Okay, we're not trying to trick you or anything. The exam answers are also there. You just click on it, and so you'll know the answers to these. But you can also find those in the documentation area. And we're going to cover the entire set of documentation. So if you scroll here on the left, this is everything you need to know. On the left-hand side of the documentation, you're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. There you go. That's the entire list of everything entirely inside of our program. Now, you don't have to be an expert at every single thing in there. We're going to have you choose 4 or 5 strategies that you can master yourself. Okay. Now, I think you should know about everything else and maybe get good. And over time, you may want to add more to what you're doing, but you only need 4 or 5 of those. And if you learn just a couple of those strategies here, even today, after the live stream here today, I would encourage you to go through the 8-day boot camp, maybe skip down to video number 5, where we jump right into strategies. Because if you scroll down here into this list on the left-hand side, it's kind of like a nice outline for you. Go to strategies. And I'm going to point out 3 of these strategies here later at the end during our coffee time. I'm going to point out 3 of these that I think you should start with today so that you can come back prepared for tomorrow. If you are just brand new and you're like, hey, Ed, where should I start? We'll drop you into some simulated environments and start executing on some of these strategies here later today. The full documentation, we'll go through the 8-day boot camp. We're going to go through everything in the strategies, everything in the fundamentals, and we're going to cover all of this stuff in just 8 videos. Now, the person that had emailed me over the weekend, they said, hey, these hour-and-a-half long videos, I'm confused. I don't know what I should be doing. And I'm kind of going, well, let me, and I emailed them back and said, hey, let me kind of help you, direct you. I didn't get any response back. So hopefully this person will email me back, but I'm kind of going, well, I also want to know, like, what videos are you watching? Are these old videos? Do you not know that there's a shortcut to it? It's just 8 videos, but don't get lost. Okay, just go into the training section, watch those 8 videos, and then there are more in-depth videos elsewhere. So I'm wondering, I don't know, did somebody send them a link to something and they went into some old videos where it's just me walking through and talking through examples? I don't know. But I do want you guys to know a couple things as you're going into documentation. Let me just give you one example here. If we go into, let's do the headshot. Scroll down. Here we go. Let's go to headshot here real quick. You can learn the headshot. I feel like a picture's worth 1,000 words. You can probably tell what that is. But if not, there's a little dot right there coming in from a Fibella dot. So we've got a 2-legged move and a power color. And you don't have to get lost in all that, but basically 2 things. We've got a power structure plus a cross. The cross is a Flowmaster event landing in the same location. When those 2 things line up, I want to hit the button. It's as simple as that. Okay. Now, the videos, she had said that, hey, your videos are confusing. They're too long. It seems like you maybe reiterate yourself too many times, and basically she was like, is there a shorter way to learn? Well, I was referring to the fact that if you scroll down to the bottom, there's several ways. There's me and my longer, lengthier, hey, you know, I'm going to reiterate myself probably because I just come out here and I don't have a script. I'm coming in here and doing live stream communications and walking through examples. That's this video down at the very, very bottom. But right above it, you're going to have a more curated version of that video, and we have a few minutes. We still have like 8 minutes before the US Open here. This is a couple minute video here. Let me play this here real quick and show you that there are multiple ways, because she had also said, hey, some people learn in different ways. Maybe I need to hear it like this. I've got 3 ways for you. Actually, in the videos, we have 3 video types. There's a super short one, there is a medium one, and then there's the longer, lengthier one. So I feel like she was referring to maybe one of these, but I don't even know if she knew that the documentation was laid out in a way that there's 3 ways to learn it: the short, the medium, and the super long, which is, again, me rambling on and talking on, you know, off the cuff here, and totally get that. But there's a curated one right here that'll just go straight to the point. Let's play this real quick just so you know that there's an example and you can come and pick this up. Along with, she also said, well, I wish there was a PowerPoint presentation on the stuff that you're doing. And I'm going, there is. What do you think? What do you think this is? This is a PowerPoint presentation over here where if you want to learn it through a PDF type of thing and read along, you can read it, you can see it, and then there's also video. So I'm not saying the complaint was invalid, but I think, you know, this person might be a little lost. At the same time, she said, well, the rest of the people in my group are also lost. And I'm going, maybe your group is lost because they have a bad leader. So maybe come over here, listen to me. I talk through this stuff on Mondays, Mentorship Monday, every week. I did not ever see this person's username coming into our Discord chat. I don't see them participating in our YouTube live stream. So I'm kind of going, the help is there. And in fact, in the very way that you're saying it doesn't exist, it exists. So if you're in that group, in that camp of, I don't know what to do, let me try to help you and walk you through. Okay, but let's play this video here without further ado. Just as an example.
Want to spot potential market turning points? Let's explore the headshot strategy from ALGO. The headshot is a technical setup that combines 2 ALGO elements: Flow Master Event and Fib-LI. Let's break them down. Fib-LI. This indicator identifies potential reversal points using Fibonacci levels and Elliott wave patterns. Flow Master Event. This includes bubbles, alpha, omega crosses, or crosses, analyzing real-time order flow to highlight significant market activity. To be considered as a headshot setup, both the Fib-LI and the Flow Master cross should appear within 10 to 15 algo bars of each other, enhancing the potential signal's reliability. Here's a headshot setup in action. A Flow Master cross appears on ALGO charts, then shows a green Fib-LI suggesting a potential long opportunity. Traders may consider aligning with the signal's direction for a potential entry, ideally near the dot. For targets, on ALGO 1s to 3s, smaller ATM targets are common. On ALGO 5s and range bars, aim for target 1 around 15 ticks, and scale for runners depending on the order of operations and order flow strength. For risk, a stop may be placed behind the Fib-LI/cross. If price breaks it, the setup may invalidate. And to master this concept, practice the headshot strategy in NinjaTrader's market replay to gain confidence and refine your approach. Start your 2-week free trial today and enroll in the 8-session boot camp to experience the full ALGO system in action. Be sure to subscribe and join our live sessions for ongoing strategy insights and real-time learning. See you in the next video.
So the person that was emailing and saying, they said, I wish there was videos that went straight to the point. Well, there are. Every single strategy, in fact, every single item, like that was totally straight to the point. Like that was the entire strategy right there. Maybe it didn't have the additional filtering, but you should learn the filtering. It's a 2-step filtering, and we're going to show you guys that here today. But again, we have multiple ways to learn. I find it was a little bit ironic. The person also had said, there's different ways people learn in different ways, and implying that we don't cover them. And I mean, look, I'm happy to add to it. What do you want to see? You want to see an outline, because the person said, hey, I want to see a PowerPoint. Well, we do that. The 8-day boot camp is definitely in PowerPoint presentation style. It's 8 videos covering absolutely everything. and we do it as quickly as possible. And then there are also videos that go straight to the point. So saying that the videos don't go straight to the point, I'm going, that was pretty straight to the point. So, and maybe this person just didn't know those exist, and maybe whatever other group that they're hanging out in just isn't telling them. So maybe come hang out with us. That's my 2 cents on that. So I'm going to hop off my soapbox now. We got 3 minutes till the US Open. Get through the rest of my checklist here, make sure we've got everything going. We need news. Let's get the news going here this morning. We also have a customized GPT. So if you don't want to hear from me, you can go and ask our GPT any question, and it is trained on just our system alone. If somebody will post a link to that in the chat there, that would be great. While I grab financial juice. And let's get the news going here this morning. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to the open. No FOMC holidays. I don't think we need to worry about those. Nothing there. Earnings at the end of day. Gears, I'm on 5. Contract dates. Yes, I need to. We had contract rollover last week. And let's get our optimization for this week. Okay. NQ 39 this week. All right, 39R enter. And let me save workspace.
Divergence up NQ on the 9.
So remember, on Sunday night, we run the optimizations for you. This is how we stay in tune with the markets. I'm going to go over that today, how we acquire this and how the sliding window works, where we optimize and stay in tune with the market. So if I'm going to be trading NQ and my discretionary, this is telling me that I want to be on the 39 range. And again, we run this optimization for you. Don't get lost in it. We have a video there on it if you want to learn how the optimization process works. But we optimize there right before the week begins so that our system is staying in tune with the market. Because if you're ever wondering, like, well, how are their results so much different than everyone else's? How are they doing so much better? Quite frankly, there is no one else doing better than us. Look around. It's just, you're not going to find it. It's the tools. It's the tools and the rules and the setups that we have. Let's rock it out here. We got 1 minute till the US Open. ATMs, MACV is on. Spinometer's good. Let's check the music. NT sounds ready to rock and roll. We're coming up here on the US Open here in about 20 seconds. I've got full auto across the boards. The bots already hit their target. Let's turn off full auto. So I set up full auto this morning on the Nerd Plus 2, and it looks like they're over $1,000 there. So the bots have been trading for me. They already did their job. They put away $1,000 there for me there this morning. Great job on the bots. While I have been talking away, they've been doing their job. All right, here's the open.
Stay in Lebanon security zone as long as needed. Market open imbalance. S&P 500 buy side 78 million. Nasdaq 100 buy side.
Hearing buyers all over the tape.
Dow 30 buy side 34.
Generally, I want to sit on hands for the first 5 minutes. I can kind of let some of the volatility kick in there for the first 5. However, if an absolutely perfect play sets up in there in the first 5 minutes, I can, of course, execute on that if we want. But I want to have a standard operating procedure, or when things are standard, how do things work, and then anything outside of standard might be an exception to that. All right, we got a 12.9 R2FA event. We're coming into the top of a channel. I'm going to pop the short at the top of that channel there after the 12.9. See if we'll come back and touch that 12.9. Just king timing. Going to add to my position on the king timing line. I'm going to pull, oops, I missed it. Okay, trying to pull half of the bottom of the channel there. And there's my exit right there at the opposing signal. So exit on the opposing signal, came into the top. We had the R2FA event plus the structure. Two things for my entries. Also, I want a 2-step filter on plays that I'm going to be holding a runner. I want the nerd plus the arrow, which is right over here on the right, that I have just out of line of sight here on the live stream. But if you have this on your, you've got our layout, you've got this on your MACV chart right here. So if you're starting out with us, your 5-chart layout, I recommend you start with this so that you got high time frame down to low time frame reading left to right, or a 3 chart layout like this one. That MACV chart is there on the left. That's the number 1 on the screen there. And then 2 and 3 is the big and small entry charts, which you're seeing my small entry chart right here. All right, trade number 1 is up. So I'm going to flip that coin there. So now I want one more good trade here this morning, and then looking for a bonus after that. Good place to have grabbed that bag there this morning. Already, we are 2 minutes past the open. Thank you, Brian. 39R this week. Yes, sir.
Enigma short on the NQ4.
Chat on screen. There we go. Thanks, Brian. Good morning, Ninja Scalp. Good morning, Trader Joe. Good morning, Gavs.
Harmonic NQ on the 9.
Just praying F5s. Nice. Hey, I like that profile pic. That's cool. Just pray. Very nice. Good morning. Bless you too, sir. Thank you. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Hope you guys had a great Father's Day there this weekend. Got you some good family time in, hopefully. Look at that beautiful 8.5 up there where we were hitting that first play there. We had that confluence of the 8.5. I'm sorry, 8.8. I thought it was 8.5. 8.8 along with the divergence at the top of the bowl. Very nice with the ready DD as well. So a lot of confluence on that first play there. Very nice. Okay, right here at the prior high now. Let's see if we get some action around the prior high. There's an HMD. I can look for a shot here. Let's see if we get a neutral. We're currently still on buy side and like to see it flip to sell. All right, there's my 6.4. Oh, I'm on the wrong size here. Like, why are my numbers? No, I'm used to being in 4s. I had it on 5s from Friday. All right, I'm going to pull off and exit right there on the opposing signal. Super fast action here on NQ. Remember, right now, the speed is super fast. Okay, I get people all the time saying, Vinny, it's too fast. It's not the system. Our system is just keeping up with the market. The market is very fast right now. The market is super quick. The longer you spend using our system, the better you'll get. If you're new, don't trade NQ. NQ is very, very fast. In general, it is going to be the fastest futures market, which is why people love playing it too, because a lot of people like to make more money faster. Well, that's going to happen on NQ, but that goes both ways. That risk is also faster and quicker. So if you're not used to it and you haven't spent time in market replay playing at high speeds, then that's going to be tricky. And so if you are new, don't trade NQ. Give RTY a try. What's RTY? That is the Russell 2000 index. All right, that's trade number 2. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Do I have enough to make a chicken dinner? I do. 3,600 will be enough to put chicken dinner on the table for my family of 6. I got 4 kids. We got elderly parents and all that kind of whatnot. Everybody's got situations and stories and situations. God has a unique test for every person here on earth. Make sure you know him. That is one of those most important things you can possibly do in life. Make sure you know your creator, and don't deny him. Don't deny him. I just don't think that's a good idea for you. I know that there's some people who want to overthink. Oh, here we go. We're gonna get a 5.4 up here too. 5.4 top of channel, buyers all over the tape here. I'd like to take a swipe at that, but too much popcorn on the tape. That is very steady buying. So I'm going to hold on this one. Still on moderate buy. That could pop to strong buy here any moment if they keep pushing. ES is pointing straight up. Okay, that's the second cross in the series. Into it in a 9.4. Okay, I'm going to grab a bag on this one, see if I can hold to the opposite side of the channel. Red dot, add to position. All right, I'll take half at the bottom of the channel and then exit on the dot. Beautiful, beautiful play. Right there, exit on the opposing signal, top of the channel, 9.4 for the third. That's 1, that's 2, and that's 3 on me. take it, add on the red dot right there, exit on the opposing signal. Now again, referencing, since the email is, you know, on point here and referenced this morning, this person was saying, hey, you know, they wanted to understand my methodology. I try to walk it through all the time here on live stream. So, and I don't think it's that complex, but I'd love to hear from you guys. Like, how can I make that, how can I be more clear? If there is something that I can do for you, we'd love to do it. We're always looking to improve here. You know, how do we make your job easier learning what we do here? There's, again, I feel like we have the PowerPoint version, we've got the long version, the short version, the medium version, the high curated version, the you know, we paid video editors to make nice edited videos on it with motion graphics and everything. Then there's me on live stream, actually seeing me use it, actually seeing a person execute on it. There's nobody else doing what we do, but you know, they're always looking to improve. So if you've got some improvements for us, do let us know. I think her main point was, do you have videos that go straight to the point? I think they do exist. Maybe she doesn't know they exist. So my job for her today is to get her where that's located. I'm assuming she just doesn't know that they exist because she's hanging out in Mermaid Land and just doesn't know they exist for some reason, which can happen. Maybe it's you know, it's our fault that I didn't make it clearer where things are located. But I, you know, outside of me getting on a phone call with you and calling you and telling you like, what's up? I actually also offered this person to get on a telephone call with me over the weekend, and they didn't respond to that either. So like, I don't know how much more you can do for someone, but we try. I got a red dot on the 9s here up top, but I'm hearing buyers all over the tape here. ES very strong, pointing to the upward direction. I pulled off half there. If we do have the opposite channel right here, trying to hold to an opposing signal here, but the bottom of that channel might be it. Buyers all over the tape.
Divergence down NQ on the 39.
I'm going to pull half at the bottom of that channel just in case. We are neutral on the nerd, so 2 up, 2 down. I'm going to close this. I don't like the way it's continuously floating here. I'm going to leave that one be. Little loss on that one. We hit the top. We had a red dot on there in the high time frame, but this is okay. We've got an enigma here. I would like to try to slap on this, but man, this is a lot of buy-in coming in there. But we should be hitting that 30,900 potentially for a target if I can get a entry here on a low time frame. Looking for some bonus here, but I don't want to overstay my welcomes. I have said this many times. You really need to hit those couple of trades, and then the sliding window has closed, and wait for the next day. Beautiful enigma shot all the way down there, 4.7 on the enigma. I was too busy talking there. Another thing I didn't check there this morning on Financial Juice. Do we have 10 a.m. news? We do. I just want to make sure we didn't have 9:45 news. It's 9:40, and then we do not have 9:45. We have 10 a.m. Eurozone consumer confidence at 10 a.m. But we do not have 9:45 news. So 4 minutes till 9:45. Yeah, thanks for that, Ray. So, you know, some feedback from our members who've been around a while. Ray's been around for a pretty long time with us. Ray says, I feel like we already have the documentation and videos. Perhaps people just need to follow along on live stream to see it all come together. I kind of felt that too, in how to, you know, I noticed, you know, when people are like, well, I have another group. I'm like, why don't you name the group? Like, why don't you, They don't want to name and shame, you know what I'm saying? But I'm kind of like, if you're going to name drop the other group, why don't you tell us the name of the group? And I would just tell you, probably, you know, it might be a blind leading blind scenario. If all of you are lost, I'm like, well, how is it we have so many amazing, successful traders, like people crushing numbers in our room? There's not a room out there that I've seen putting up numbers like we put up. But,
Divergence of NQ on the 9.
I mean, it's,
Could not NQ on the 7.
you know, in a relationship of some sort, sometimes it's both, but sometimes it's just you. It might be you. I'm just saying.
Harmonic NQ on the 5.
I'm just saying.
Divergence of NQ on the 39. Krypton NQ on the 7. Alpha Omega up NQ on the 89.
Okay. Now, another Enigma, I would normally want to be taking that short, but man, this speed is way too fast. I'm not trusting the current moves. Too fast. This needs to slow down just a little bit here. There can be some gnarly trap in there, and I don't want to get caught off sides here. We're 3 trades in, and the last one was a little nick
Double Delta NQ on the 7.
off. It ended up working out, so it could have been a winner there, but I went ahead and closed it out. Again, you need to be cautious in the markets. Like, it's not just go and throw. However, look at that perfect 16.7 at the top. It was the play. It was just hard for me trying to, as I kept hearing the buyers stepping in there up at the high. Just a tricky one for me, and I didn't want to risk getting offsides on a Monday. This was the power drop off of that 16.7. The Enigma calling this whole move. Very nice. High time frame, Enigma, and the power play once again. Oftentimes on those, I want to try for a 100 tick play off of those. Just didn't get that there this morning. Up over 6K on the day so far.
NQ on the 9.
Yeah, it's hard to ask people to put in a little more effort, you know what I'm saying? Especially her demeanor in the email was more to insult me, telling me that I'm a terrible teacher. She's like, I've been a teacher before, and some people just don't have the skill for teaching. And like, okay, thanks, I get it. I don't want to, you know, slap you in return on it, but thought that was very interesting.
Harmonic
That
Enigma short on the NQ4.
yeah, it was an interesting email. Let's see. No more effort. When I started about 2 weeks ago, I was having problems getting into Discord. You called and helped me out. Oh, awesome. Yeah, do we have a chat? Yeah, again, we're willing to help you, and especially if I offer you a call of my time and then you don't respond back, like not you, but her. Like I even said, hey, why don't we get on a call? Let me talk you through, because I just thought, hey, maybe just missing. I want to point her to the documentation and point her to some of those videos, and also go, let me tell you guys what I want to show you how simple this whole system can be. And you can make it as complex as you want. Like, there's plenty of space to get super tricky with things, or you can keep it simple. But if you're trying to make a living, we want to start there. Like, my main thing is make a living trading first before you make a fortune. You can do both, though. You can make a living and you can make a fortune. You can also lose a lot if you want to continue to, you know, just tread the water. I'm trying to help you out. I really do. I want our traders to succeed. And I do think that if you follow the path I've laid out, I have tried to design this so that my children would succeed. Like, my goal in making a system that was colorful and bright and specific was so I know my kids can play video games. And I also, like, I think if I approach the market like a video game, and everybody is actually playing a video game. They can pretend all day that trading's not a video game, but it is. Anybody who wants to say, well, Vinny, you just take it like a video game and that's not professional. Actually, it is. To not admit that you're playing a video game, I think is a little bit silly, personally. But you know, who am I? What does this guy know? Now this person also, you know, in the email, like, put up their credentials, like, I've got a master's in nursing. Like, okay. I mean, if we're flashing badges, I guess I can flash. I'm not trying to compare here, but I'm like, I don't know what you do with a person who's writing like that. I'm like, okay, so you're flashing your badge because you want to say that, like, if you need to do that to say that you're right, why don't you just make your point and let me try to help you? But we're flashing badges. Okay, well, I was valedictorian in my high school class, president of McKinney Salt Texas A&M University, 160 IQ, Mensa certified, built the #1 algorithmic trading platform in the world. Demonstrate using the system, walking and talking at the same time. I kind of know what I'm doing too. I mean, I appreciate all the doctors and nurses. I do. You have a master's in changing bedpans and putting in IVs. Okay. I mean, were you telling people to take COVID jabs too? I'm just saying, I don't think that was wise either, you know, but it's, I'm just kind of going, look, why don't you let me help you out and just point you to what you're looking for. You said, oh, I don't know, I want to go ahead and give a shot at this. We got a Titanic zone right here. There's buyers all over this tape though. Did they just trap everybody down there? That's a super dot. Get a red, okay. Don't go 30 ticks. I saw 26. Can I? Oh, we're on strong buy. Okay, oof. Yes, pointing straight up. I don't know if this is the place to grab this. I'm gonna pull half here. And all right, I'm gonna pull a 35 tick bag there. All right, got $1,000 out of that one, but this is strong buy. Be very careful playing against this, y'all. We've got strong buy. One of the things I didn't load up there this morning, tide wave visualizer. We are green on the tide. Currently red on the wave, but it's more neutral. So tide and wave here, we do have both sides. It's not like a both green scenario there. So I do think we have a couple of opportunities maybe to swipe away at that. There's another super AO up top. I would like to swipe at that. It's a super AO. Still buyers, add on the Seuss. There's 25 ticks. Can I get 35, please? There we go. 50 tick bag. Let's go. There we go. 8. Okay, over 10K on the day now between myself and the bots. Beautiful. Beautiful work in there. We did have another green in there as well. Flapping away. But the expression was that they wanted to learn my methodology, and I'm happy to teach it and demonstrate it. But yeah, if there's a better way, they asked for a PowerPoint. I think I've done that. If you want another PowerPoint, okay. They specifically said they would like a walkthrough of the harmonics. And I was like, well, if you type in Vinny Emini harmonics, you'll see videos specifically on that too, or ask GPT to give a walkthrough of those. We do have that. I kind of feel like I don't want to waste your time with like what is a cipher, what is a crab, whatever. Like I group them all together, going these are power structures, and there's two that are the most powerful that you need to really look for: the shark and the diamond. And the diamond isn't strong. I literally say what's the strongest and what's the weakest. The shark is the strongest. The diamond is the weakest, and so play them accordingly. And then I have a whole demonstration of walking through, like, let's say that you just have only harmonics. It's a good video. I'll put a link to it here in the chat as I'm walking through and talking through it.
Harmonic NQ on the 5.
I think I called it, Do Harmonics Work? Yeah, there it is. Question. Do harmonics work? Are harmonic structures in day trading?
Minus 19.
Yeah, that's a good one. We have two versions of it. Here's one that's only 18. So,
says,
you know, again, yeah, I'm kind of debating what the person was saying, but only because, look, they didn't respond to the email. They're just wanting. So now I'm going to, I'm going to send over this email or this video here today, and this person might get so offended they'll be like, I would quit. That's possible. Here's the thing. I'm here to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. There, as far as a straightforward video, there is absolutely a straightforward video. It's 5 minutes long. You can see it. It's 5 minutes. You want the straightforward because, this person said, you don't get straight to the point. I agree with that. Sometimes I'm here and I just have to, you know, make conversation because there's dead airspace to cover in a live stream. But there's also training videos, professionally done videos. This one's completely professionally done. Literally paid somebody. I pay thousands of dollars to get people to put these videos together. Like each video is $1,000. So, I mean, there's hundreds of them. So, what else do you want me to do? Do harmonics actually work? Here is a Vinny Emini market historian one back in the day, and the new version here on the automated trading channel. Beginners and advanced, full review. Probably me talking a long time through a lot of things, an hour and 25 minutes. So take your pick. Do you want the 5-minute version, the 18-minute version, the 22-minute version? This one's obviously probably cut down a little bit more. So I would go with probably this one. Let's grab this one, and I'll post a link there in the chat for it. But you know, it's a quick Google away. Any topic that you want. If you want specifically something, because if you say you want the harmonics walked through, why don't you type in Vinny Emini harmonics, and you know, we'll find a video like this one here. And I mean, let's look through it. It's been a while since I've seen these, and I'm done for the day here. So
harmonics don't work. Well, where did you hear that from?
Let's talk it through.
What a harmonic is. Let's answer a few of those questions here today. Are they 100%? No. Is anything 100%? No. But let's go through some events here, just like today on a Friday. The market's moving. It's hot. So the question is when the market is hot, do harmonics work? And I will tell you,
get the chat off screen here.
Is the market hot right now? Are algorithms moving the markets right now? If the answer is yes, then my proposal to you is you should look into harmonics and why. Now, mind you, our harmonics are unique, and the fact that we are also doing predictive PRZs, which I'll talk about speed it up here as well. Make sure that you are taking notes through this video so that you understand what we're talking about. A PRZ, write this down. A PRZ is a primary component of a harmonic. PRZ. What is that? This is the potential reversal zone. Write that down. Potential reversal zone, that is your PRZ. So when we're talking about PRZ, that is what we're talking about. This is standard with harmonics. However, what do we have inside of ALGO? We have a P-PRZ. This is a predictive potential reversal zone. Now, that's a lot of mouthful there, but we call it the PPRZ for a reason. This is exclusive to our system. This is predicting where the PRZ will be before it gets there, which is super advantageous if you are going to use this for a target or anticipating a play coming up. Super handy. But let's get into answering the question, well, are harmonics even worth my time or effort? Again, is it the only thing I would use? No. Do we use it in combination? Absolutely. I always tell you guys, we have a phrase in our room that says, trade nothing alone. But is a harmonic worth your time? Well, I want to zoom into a few here just today, and you answer the question for yourself. I'm just going to show you. I'm not going to sit here and debate with people about it. How about I just show? We're going to zoom in here, and let's take a peek at a few of these that have shown up. So here's a pretty large harmonic right here. What's going on here? We've got the names are going to be here in the little text. Okay, so right here, going to be labeled right next to. I have them set to being next to the PRZ. You can adjust these. They can be at the beginning if you want them on the left, but I like to have them right next to the identifying PRZ. That is a diamond PRZ, and you can kind of see that the diamond harmonic was the pivotal pinpoint movement of this whole thing. Can you guys see that? Also, the cipher right here, the large cipher picked out this zone for the potential reversal zone. That's pretty darn close, wouldn't you say? 2-try rule for us. We would be able to enter in on that and take a nice ride down. You tell me. Again, I'm going to let you be the judge. Let me ask something. So on this bat, did it call the up move? I think the answer is pretty obvious. Yeah, that one did. That is a bat. How about this cipher down here? That is a green PRZ cipher. Harmonic nature of the movement, how the algorithms are moving the markets as they are collecting liquidity at these pivot points. Do you see this? I'm going to come back and I'm going to explain like what's inside of these. Now, are all of them 100%? No. Let's see a shark that did not work, right? This showed a shark right here. Did that one work? No. Broke through. This one work? No. Technically broke through. Did it work for a shark back play for us for T1? Yes, it did. How do we know that? As we play the shark back, we enter in on the back of the shark off of that back line right there, and target one is the front of the line. Now, so did we make something off of that? Could we have made something off of that? Yes. Would I have taken this exclusively by itself and the market's moving down, 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 down? No. We're not sitting here trying to catch falling knives. But let's just look at a few more. Did this cipher play call the up move? Pretty decent up move right there. It's about 20 ticks. Not too bad. And for anybody who's counting handles and likes to talk in the terms of handles, which I kind of refuse to have our students talk in handles. I think it's dumb because handles are flexible depending on what market you're in, what instrument that you're on. A handle can be 10 ticks, it can be 4 ticks. It's all over the place. So to be more specific, I say that you should do it in ticks, but there you go. But in people who want to talk in handles, it's a 5-handle play right there off of a cipher. Now this cipher also had one of our infamous Fibella dots on top of that, which for us is called what? Pop quiz. Before I type it, before I write it, hopefully you said an HMD. This is a harmonic plus a dot, right? So this is a harmonic dot, which is what we call it. That is the HMD, infamous for our system. Again, that is not something, you know, in any other system out there. That is exclusive to the ALGO box trade system. Should we take that play? Yeah, I'm going to take that play. That's a good one. That's an HMD to the long side. Very nice. Let's look at a few more. So we're just going to scroll back here, and I'm not going to cherry pick these. Let's see if they were winners or losers. Okay, this is a diamond harmonic. Can you get any more pinpoint than that? Looks like that called the big down move to me. This shark cipher combo here, did that call an up move? Yeah. You know, now look, those are small, right? You see the small formation, but a smaller formation, smaller moves. Hopefully you should be able to pick up on that, right? All right, another little shark here. Maybe not necessarily a perfect one. Okay, but do we see the formation? Yes. Do the markets move in harmonic shapes? Yes. What exactly is a harmonic shape? We're going to get to that here in a moment. If you are familiar with Fibonacci, you're probably going to love this. Or, you know, if you're a hater of Fibonacci, well, you're not going to like it either. But you can't debate with facts and proof and evidence. Let's take a peek here. Did this shark play? Was this the up move? Yeah. Did we ever even come back down into it? No. Is that a 70 tick plus move? Yeah. Let's see. I'll use my measurement tool here for you so you can figure out what that exactly is. 90 tick move to the high right there off of that shark play. Now, mind you, that's a shark and a cipher. If you have the stop back behind the shark and you ride it until we see, I don't know, whatever your exit point is, if you're going to get a multi-target scenario, if you want to ride it up to the next cipher, like let's say that you're going to exit off of the next cipher, let's press this one right here. Let's do a measurement up to the cipher. How many ticks is that? That's 41 ticks. Let me zoom in there. Maybe you can't see that because I'm on a 4K screen there.
Now I want to interject here on this one. So because I cleared the screen, I cleared everything but the harmonics on this video because we want to, you know, zoom into the harmonics for a person who is just harmonically obsessed, who's like, I just want to know about the harmonics. So put the harmonic on there. For me, I'm going to hold to the opposing signal. You'll hear me talk about that a lot in live streams. I have other things on the chart, so I'll be taking half off at other play setups. Like I may take off at a opposing colored cross. So if I'm going long on a green shark, I may exit part of my position on a red AO cross, for instance. Or since I don't have the dots, actually I think the dots might have been on this video, but I may exit part of my position on a dot. Also, I may be looking for a target 1 and target 2 depending on the size of the bar. So the targeting isn't just random. With our system, I like to be specific about exiting on specific points, not by points of tick counts. Now, sometimes we do, like on a T1, T2, especially if I am against the nerd, then I'm going to hold to target 1, target 2, and take off the majority of my position. If I'm leaving anything on the table, it's really just going to be a runner type of position there, and I should have pulled half at least twice on, in my case, on the 5s. Right now, I'm looking at 35 and 50 ticks because the market volatility is super duper high, right? We have been in this super high volatility VIX environment for a while, so I'm riding on a higher algo bar size. In this video, I was on the algo bar 3s because probably back when I made this video, the markets weren't nearly as wild, and I'm going to play on the lower time frames, looking for that edge on the lower time frame. Because remember, we're not Titanics, okay? We're not driving the Titanic ship. We're riding around on Sea-Doos, hopping on the waves of the big guys who are the Titanic ships. We're riding in their wake, and that's what we want to catch with our system. That's the way it's designed, to just come in, and I feel like very easy. Come into the market, execute, play the video game, win what I need to make, and go on about my business. That's the way that we want to approach things. All right, just want to make that interjection on what I was kind of listening. I was watching myself go, well, what did I said, just whatever you want your target to be on this video, because there was no other signaling, because I had cleared the chart. But some people ask, like, hey, why do you have all this other stuff on your chart? It's not just for the entry. I've got to have everything there so I can also anticipate an exit and also react to an exit as well, and we have both.
Y value there, that's a 41 tick move from shark, just to decipher if you want to exit on the next, if you want to play harmonics exclusively. Make sure that you've got speed, and I'm talking about speed here in just a moment, where you know that the market is hot, which is one of my first criteria. Is the market hot right now? Are we on the move? If we're on the move, then we're going to play it. If we're not, we're not. Did that one work?
Now, how do we know if the market is hot or not? We use our speedometer over here on the right. So inside of AlgoBox, we have a speedometer. You'll see in the speedometer right now, we have an average value of 114 BPM. That is bars per minute, 114 bars per minute being printed on the 5s. Mind you, I am on the 5s. This will vary depending on the size of the algo bar that you're currently running on. And we teach you to gear up or gear down. A like you would on a 10-speed bike. It's the easiest way because most people know that. Most people don't, you know, we don't have cars anymore that we shift our own gears unless you're old like me, like you didn't ever have a gear shiftable car. I did. My very first 1986 Toyota pickup truck was a stick shift, and having to, you know, the multi-pedal gearing and all that was fun. But yeah, I don't know. We're spoiled today. But yes, maybe on a 10-speed bike, going uphill, you're going to need to gear down. Going downhill, you need to gear up, etc. The current speed is 66 right now. So that, to me, we have a signal on the bottom right that will tell me if it's currently too fast, as it is right now, or if it's just right, or if it's perfect, or if it's great speed. In fact, right now, we just kind of slowed down to the perfect speed. We have great speed right now going on, and that is part of the psychology of that speed. But when I was talking about in the harmonics here saying, hey, make sure you've got good speed before you execute on one of these, it's as simple as read it from the speedometer. We've got it right there. Okay, these are just things you need to learn. I don't say you need to. If you, I would suggest that you learn them this way. If you want to play like me, if you're trying to learn my methodology, and again, you can play it your way. If you want to play your way, feel free. If you want to play it my way, this is how I do it. Make sense? Here we go.
I don't know. That's the nice little cipher. How far did that one go? 40 ticks on a cipher. So for all the, you know, haters, particularly ICT, who is an absolute fraud and a con artist who just runs his mouth all the time and acts like he's an algorithm or something really, really odd of individuals. He's going off last night telling people that he's got handlers that only allow him to trade sim. Bro. Who's believing this stuff? Listen, if you're still following ICT, like seriously, you have to be a complete Muppet. What's a Muppet? A Muppet is a mouthpiece. Like you run your mouth, but you got no brains, right? Yeah, you got a hand up your butt and somebody's moving a hand around. Like that's why you're called Muppets. So anybody who's trading SMC, Smart Money Concepts, or ICT.
Okay, so I was wondering what she was talking about. Me, she said I get easily distracted and then I go off on other tangents. Maybe it's like this. So me use an example of something, and maybe if that's your suggestion that I cut out me talking about, you know, the other, you know, fake influencers or whatever, you don't like that, you don't like my style, that's fine. You know, at the same time, if I hopped into your mermaid group, I probably wouldn't like your style either. Whatever you're, you know, y'all float around in mermaid costumes and, you know, go on boat cruises, and y'all all like put on mermaid costumes and jump in the water and run around in gardens. I don't know. It's weird to me, but my style and your style, maybe they conflict and clash. I think that's okay. I think different strokes for different folks, you know what I'm saying? And one way's maybe better than the other, just depends. If you're focusing on results, I don't know. Results matter. How are your results? You know, what's the mermaid crew doing on their results? Maybe you want to try my way. I don't know. Just a thought.
They're Muppets. If you ever like go and track them down, you'll see like the very low class type of individual, and we're just gonna leave it like that. They love to personally attack people, and you know they can't trade. They have no track records, but they're like, oh, I passed the funding. I passed. Not interested. All right, let's see it again. Let's see some more. Sticking with the facts.
And I do want to say along with that, while I have my style video, let's do recall real quick here that there are multiple versions of what we have. If you want the straightforward harmonics without the Vinny Emini, okay, there's a 5-minute one without any rantings, without me talking about other whatever, you know, me bringing in my personal branding of conversation and communication style and the things that, you know, either A, are on my heart or bother me or something I feel like I want to say. Welcome to America, the land of the free, the home of the brave, right? We get to do what we want to do. You know, you don't like it? Hey, there's the door. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. But don't come and tell me that I didn't also have it another way, right? I do. I have another way, because I do recognize that there are multiple ways. People want to learn it in different ways. And I know that even myself, maybe I would want to learn from a non-ranting session, and they're there, right? They are there. If you want it straight to the point, at the same time, I don't think maybe what is missing in these is I don't think it's reiterated enough. You're probably gonna have to watch this video maybe 5 times. You might have to press pause a lot, which is perfectly fine. But if you finish a video with me, I may reiterate something 5 times and I may give it examples, but I'm letting your brain digest and soak that stuff up. Like what you don't even know psychologically what I'm doing by giving a moment of rest for your brain to let things soak in. I don't know if you recognize what I feel like is kind of the simplistic genius of allowing something to soak in while you're allowing the brain to go, okay, I just processed that. Okay, let me have a super concentrate, less concentrate, super concentrate, less, maybe semi-related, maybe unrelated. Super concentrate. And that 18 minutes may be, you're probably still going to have to come back and watch this enough times where it will, if you're looking time for time, this is 18 minutes. But by the time you go through this video, you probably need to run through this a couple of times or pause and whatnot through it. You're still going to spend about 10 or 18 minutes, I think. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not claiming that I'm 100% right. But you know, maybe you think you are. Maybe you are. Maybe you're complete. Please come teach the class. Please come teach the class.
Did that shark play call the move down? Yeah, it did. Did that bat play call the move up? Yeah. Did these bats call the play down? Yeah. Did this bat call the move down? Yeah. This one, questionable, but we moved a decent amount down all the way into the ideal entry location. Anybody who's been following us along with that knows what this is, right? This hot zone right here. What's that? This is off of our J-hook. J-hook play entry, boom, to the upside. Can you play that with the harmonic down into it? Continue on. Again, I could show you these time after time. Here is a combination shark butterfly. Again, these are our favorite kind when they've got multiples in them. Let's see what the measure on this guy is here. If we want to go all the way to the pivot down to a green dot, which would be an exit, that's 67 ticks. So yeah, we got quite a few of these. Now let's go all the way back to the beginning where we were to see, you know, kind of the current series on a Friday, see, you know, how well these go and how can we filter some of these. So some of the filters are using multiples. I already showed you guys the harmonic dot with a dot scenario. Now let's look at what I kind of call an activation point. So right here we have a huge delta, which also at the same time we get a big fat 10 on our alpha omega crosses. So this is a nice combo that tells us, all right, algorithms are active now. Let's see. Let's take the next play. Simple thought like that. Next one that came up was a green dot. Is that viable? Yeah. Nice little push-up move right there. Let's measure the move. Just for that move alone, that's 51 ticks off of the next move. Now that means we're also going to take the next harmonic. What's the next harmonic? Nice shark play right here. Shark play calls the move all the way down. Red dot entry. Now we've got, this is our initiation that says we've got enough volume for, okay, boom. The algorithms have collected enough contracts to start their move. Boom. We get the shark cipher. Boom. Now we got a shark move. Boom. Back up and out. Moving down here, we blow through these. Remember, after this, all we're trying to do for us, we want to try the next one. Now, do I have an activation point here for this one? No. So can we skip it? Yes. Let's see our next one that has an activation point. All right. Do we have an activation point for this one? Yes. What do we have? On the delta, we have a shift. What's that called? Delta shift. Oh, delta shift. Do we take the next play? Yes. Boom. Easy. Cipher bat. Play it down. You think, oh, that's not very much of a move. Are you sure? 62. Blue dot. Nice play up. Let's not carry on to those. Let's talk about specifically, we're following in on harmonics today because that's our focus. Are the harmonics worth your time? This is the question we're answering here today. So inside of this crab PRZ said a potential reversal inside of this zone. Did it get it? Looks like it did to me. Let's look at those combos. The killer combo. Another combo. Here we go. Shark crab zone with 2 power dots inside. Is this the best entry ever? Yes. Absolutely. This one gives you all kinds of confluence and confidence to take a play like this. This literally is calling bottom right there and the ginormous move up. Let's see how many ticks that is from the blue dot entry on the HMD to the next red dot. That is 86 ticks. Continue to run up if we're getting out on that next crab. Let's see what the back of the crab can get us. That is 122 ticks. I'm going to zoom in so you can see numbers. There they are. 86 and 122 called by harmonics plus just a little something something. Now, let's say that you didn't. Let's say that we play this as a double shark with an HMD to the short side. Did this one call the move down? I'm just strictly showing you evidence. Now back down to the shark back. How big is that? That is 65 ticks on NQ while the NQ is in movement. These are back to back to back, folks. And no, our system does not repaint. You want to see the ones that break through? Yes. Like these back here. Do they repaint? No. Did these repaint just because this one got broken? No, it's still there. You can see the ones that fail. However, can you filter and get good ones? Yes. Are they worth your time? I believe so. That's my personal feeling on it. I can see it. It's just in the evidence. I'm not trying to go, you know, do I have to make it work? Do I have to fight it? No, it's just, it's there. It's clear to me that they work. It is right there on your screen. Ours are adaptable. It's another thing about like just harmonics in general. You have to be careful with those. Inside of ALGO, we have adaptability internally. Every 4 minutes, we are doing an optimization internally. So ours are better. Quite frankly, our harmonics are better. And we use lossy join logic. So fuzzy logic is a whole conversation of other days. You guys can come and have a chat about some other time or go, you know, study it a little bit. But being precise, I'm going to show you guys what these come from. But let me show you one more thing here. A scenario like this. So you see the gold. See how it's gold? It's not green or red. Most of the time, our harmonic PRZs are red or green. So what is it when we have a gold? This is like using red light, green light system, or you're coming up to a red light. Yellow light means get ready. This is a get ready. This is what we do ahead of time. All of our harmonics will draw PRZ targets for you. And I say targets because if I entered in on that blue dot, do you see how I could use that cipher as an exit point for a target? We can use it for that. We can also anticipate that if we are already looking for a short because, oh, well, the market seems to have, you know, been, it's like we've been taken down. I want a good spot to get in on a short. Well, do you see if I was using a harmonic entry, we hadn't had one in a while here, right? Nothing. Oh, all of a sudden, boom, there's going to be a cipher harmonic right there. Do you see how you could potentially, again, I say potentially, because again, nothing is 100%. I could come in and take a shot right there with a little quick stop right behind it for a target down below. You see how that's about a 3R, maybe 4R, all the way down to just to the bottom. And that's not even including a break if you've got a runner. Let's figure out like, well, what is the move here? If I got the blue dot entry and I'm going to go just to...
You're invited to join Phoenix Energy's next webinar, where you
okay. So hopefully that was helpful to you. Let me turn the audio box back on here. It is 10:10 coffee time here. And I told you that we are also I was gonna show you in the documentation 3 strategies that you could come back and play with us tomorrow. I kind of already hinted on one of those. I think that the headshot strategy, if you are coming in and you wanna, maybe you saw this video and you're like, hey, let me go try this. This is a very simple strategy. I think anybody could take a play like this. If you see one of these, press the buy button, okay? Stop goes below the cross, and targeting, we'll talk about that, is, you know, take it, if you want to take a quick scalp on it, why don't you start out with some scalps? We've got, you'll learn as you go through the program itself on learning different bar sizes that have different targetings, or target 1, target 2 with the nerd. If you're against the nerd, only target 1. That simple. Let's go to another one. I think a HMD. Let's see if we can find a Harmonidot strategy. If we go into strategies here, one that you might want to come and play with us tomorrow. How about the Harmonidot? This one right here. Harmonidot. Another one very visually easy to see personally, I think. If you see a PRZ box, you've got the color of it. If they're both the same color, even better. And then we're looking for a dot off of a Fibella dot plus an HMD. Great confluence play strategy. Same thing I said before. Target 1, target 2, hold to an opposing signal on a runner, especially if you're with it. So Harmonidot, headshot right next to each other, those two. And let's give a third. How about the Enigma? I would like you to go over here and look at the Enigma cadence strategy today. Go check this one out, Enigma cadence. There's a lot going on here. I would say come down here and maybe watch the Enigma strategy video itself. This one's 53 seconds. I actually want to give this example, you know, for the person hopefully that was also saying, hey, we don't go straight to the point. Well, there are videos that will go straight to the point. This one's 53 seconds. Let's listen to it.
The Flowmaster Enigma cadence strategy is all about timing. Wait for 2 or 3 consecutive failed enigmas. Let's start with the morning session. Wait for 2 failed enigmas, then take 2 trades. Repeat the sequence to complete your 5-trade session. Afternoon session. Wait for 3 failed enigmas, then take 2 trades. Repeat for the rest of your session. A flipper counts 2 opposing colored enigmas back to back as 1 failure in the sequence. This method aims for WWCD. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, 2 consecutive winners start your session, then you restart the cadence. Thanks again for watching the video. See you in the next one.
So here's the thing. That was straight to the point, but I actually don't know. Like, I mean, I feel like I'm a semi-intelligent person, and I don't know that I would have caught that. If I played this video all by itself, it was definitely straight to the point. It's 53 seconds, but there wasn't enough reiteration of that. But at the same time, you know, someone asked for that, you know, person in the email, can you get straight to the point? There is a video for you that goes straight to the point. There's one that's slightly longer, like this one right here. Has a little bit more reiteration, slows it down a little bit. And then there's me, yes, me, and probably, you know, I might go off on a few tangents here and there, and I'm going to be walking through and bringing examples over, you know, in my style. And I mean, you're basically just writing me an email saying you don't like my style. That's totally fine. Again, different strokes for different folks, right? We come from different places. It's totally fine. Totally get it. But there's multiple ways to skin that cat, and hopefully one of them gets you where you need to be. All right, that's it for me. Thanks for hanging out. For me, Pippi, Robbie, Lunchbot, Mod Squad, George B, and Eddie B. Neo, thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.